Nation? Happy New Year, happy 2018, welcome back. I'm glad to be back. I missed 3 weeks. The first 2 was because I went out of town for vacation for the holidays. The last week, actually last few days, influenza got me. So out here in California, there's been a lot of influenza going around, but I wanted to do a video. I just did a video on how to not lose your study. A lot of research, a lot of brand new research sites opening up in 2018. Like it always is in January, and so I did a video on that. But this one's more generic. It's about how to accomplish your goals in 2018. I know a lot of you guys out there have resolutions this year, and that's perfectly fine. It's just you need to make sure that you are able to follow through with them. So a lot of people I've been talking to, whether they're trying to break into the industry with no experience, or whether they're trying to level up from one position to another. Perfect example, somebody who's an in-house CRA that now wants to be a CRA1. How do they do that? Someone that wants to open up a clinic, how do they do that? Somebody who needs to find a PI, how do they do that? Someone who needs to find a way to recruit patients for a study, how do they do that? Like, these are all similar issues, and the answer, the common denominator is, it's all up to you. And yes, there's a lot of regulations in this industry, but the bottom line is there really are no rules for how you go about getting things done. Obviously, you gotta respect regulations and GCP and all that stuff. I'm not telling you to go break GCP, but when it comes to out-of-the-box strategies, patient recruitment's another example, right? How do we use content marketing? The IRB won't approve it. Well, guess what? If you're not recruiting specifically for a study, there's nothing preventing you from building your brand as a PI, as a clinic, as a private practice to talk about a certain indication. We're doing it for Alzheimer's on theclinicalscoop.com. Go to the Clinical Scoop, look up Alzheimer's talk. We don't have IRB approval for that. We're not even using that to recruit for our studies, right? But if somebody happens to watch one of those videos, which has happened already, and they call our clinic, which has happened already, we can tell them that we have studies. And if we don't have those studies, or they're calling from somewhere else in the country, we can refer them to the sponsor. And guess what? Now we have another business we've created. We're a patient recruitment firm. So there's no rules. Yes, you got to respect the IRB regulations. You've got to respect FDA, GCP. Sponsors have their own requirements. But there's nothing to prevent you from doing outside of the box things. Go on clinicaltrials.gov to find studies. That's not so out of the box anymore. But going on clinicaltrials.gov to find opportunities, to find job opportunities, to find consulting opportunities, to find side hustles that you can do. Like, you want to be a vendor in this space. You think you can help sponsors recruit patients better. You think you can help PIs manage their clinics better. Like, there's so much in this ecosystem that you can do, and it all relies on you. No one's going to give it to you. It boils down to you doing it, you wanting to do it. Trial and error and just repetition and persistence, you can do it. You can pull it off. The problem is most people are not going to do that because they're looking for best practices, and best practices only get you so far. If you want abnormal results and abnormal growth and abnormal opportunities, you're not going to get that following best practices, right? You're going to get that doing abnormal things, like creating videos. All right, so just a little New Year's motivation for you guys. Let me know what you're working on, what your goals are this year, and how I can help, all right? And keep at it. Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Take care.